Hey Grande Alive, welcome to your weekly Newsish Roundup. I'm Will Bowman and
I'm Cool the Underdog.
And we are the Tie Guys here bringing you the news for this week in the Grand Ronde Valley. Alex, what is on the menu for tonight?
Well, for something entirely non-controversial, boxcar derby race in the Grand, a congressional candidate has opened a campaign office in our fair town. This is an episode of the Bob and Kelley Show and this week's Around the Mountain.
Only on your weekly Newsish Roundup, starting right now on the GrandeAlive.tv. When I say boxcar derby, you may not realize that boxcar derby is a real sport, and actually it may be coming to La Grande. Boxcar derby is a sport in which parent-son teams build boxcars that they race on a downhill course. There are state, national, and international racing organizations, but up until this point, there hasn't really been a lot going on in Eastern Oregon. Now, Sam Delaney is trying to change that. Sam grew up in Salem, where there is actually a dedicated boxcar derby course that he saw when he was a kid. His father told him a lot about the sport when he was growing up. And when he became a father, he decided to start with his son because he thought it would be a fun way to connect with his kid.
The parent's role or the adult's role is called the car handler. And their job is to help the child tune the car. So you tune the race car specific for each track or for the type of race that you're going to be racing based on the child's weight and how they drive. So the mentor or the parent, that's kind of the role that they have. And then also at the race, they help the child lift the car and move it into the starting gate. And they encourage the child as they're actually competing. And then like when the child is not actually going down the track, the parent and the child are giving feedback back and forth to try to figure out maybe what you can do to race a little different or things like that. And you're totally right, it really is a great bonding experience between dad and kid.
Now Sam and his son have been racing for years now, and now they're trying to bring boxcar derby to Eastern Oregon. Now, they're going to be holding a special race coming up here in La Grande, actually in Cove, rather. So, Alex, what is this event and what are some of the specifics on it?
It's the Blue Mountain Dash. It's going to be on October 13th. That is a Saturday. It's going to be held in Cove, Oregon, just by Hafer Lane. The race is going to start at 8 a.m. and will run to 5 p.m. on Sunday, October 14th. Now, new racers are welcome. People can bring their own boxcar. The Derby also will be providing them. The race is supported by Oregon Soapbox Derby Club, and they have loaner cars available. There are two racing divisions, Stock and Super Stock. Stock is for 7 to 13-year-olds who are up to 5'3" and weigh 125 pounds. The cars are going to be a lean-forward design. Now for Super Stock, the cars are also going to be a lean-forward design. They're going to be for people ages 9 to 18 and 6 foot, 260 pounds. Now the race is going to cost $35 per child for one day or $70 for 2 days.
And I asked Sam, why should someone actually come out to Cove and get involved with Soapbox Derby? And this is what he had to say.
The most important thing is it's just really, really fun. The opportunity to get to race a race car, a soapbox derby car, fast down a hill in a safe, controlled environment, and you get to meet other people from other towns that are similar to you, and just to try something different. And I think just that opportunity to do something with other people, and again, it's really, really fun experience.
For more information or to register for the Blue Mountain Dash, you can call the number that is right here on the bottom of the screen. This story was brought to you by
Oregon's 2nd Congressional District Democratic candidate Jamie McLeod-Skinner has opened a campaign office right here in La Grande. It's in the old Earth and Vine location in the SAC Annex building on First Street. This weekend we had a chance to speak to volunteer Lori Bensel about the campaign and why she's involved.
The main point for me is health care and Social Security and Medicare, and then I've just recently retired, so I'm going to be very dependent on those things. And I am very concerned that Greg Walden was trying to kill the Affordable Care Act. And if he had succeeded, it would have taken health care away from 100,000 people in this district. I'm also concerned about natural resource issues. And Jamie has a good approach about real sustained practices that will let us have those natural resources for the long term and not having timber cutting and so forth dictated from Washington, D.C. down to the local community.
Now, Lori says that the campaign is not just for people involved with Jamie McLeod-Skinner's operation. There are ways that members of the community can come by and get involved.
It's very comfortable. Everybody is very friendly and very relaxed. They can come in and do anything from an hour to 5 hours to filling out postcards to making phone calls or canvassing. We're appearing in the farmers market most days from now until the end of the farmers market, so they can come and help there. There's just a variety of opportunities for people. So whatever fits their schedule and their comfort level, it's available.
Now, Friday, October 5th, the campaign office is going to have a very special event.
Jamie McLeod-Skinner and Greg Walden are going to have a face-to-face debate in Bend on October 5th at 7 p.m. We're going to be live streaming it here into this office at 101 Fir Street at the corner of Fir and Washington. And we're inviting anybody to come on down and watch it with us. We're going to try to have a big screen TV that will be playing the debate, and we'll be able to watch it together and then discuss the issues afterwards and just sort of have a good time.
For more information about how you can get involved, you can stop by the campaign office anytime between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and talk to the volunteers there.
And if you can't make it to the watch party that is happening down at the campaign office, you can watch it on the Grande Live. We're going to be rebroadcasting it for you to watch straight from Central Oregon. This story was brought to you by
Next up is your weekly episode of Bob and Kelley Show. They're going to be talking to you about an upcoming candidate forum as well as the annual Eastern Oregon Film Festival.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm Bob, and this is
Kelley.
And we're from the Union County Chamber of Commerce and working with LeGrand Alive TV, and we are on location.
Ta-da!
Okay, this is kind of cool. We are at the HQ here in downtown LeGrand. Awesome place. This is the happening spot for all things concerts, seminars, and church is renting this place too. This is a great thing going on here. And we wanted to take a second and talk about what's happening, what's coming up with this amazing film festival, and that's right, a film festival, the ninth annual film festival here in downtown LeGrand. But before we do, we've got another event coming up on the 15th we've got to tell you about. It's called the Candidates Forum. Ms. Kelley, tell us, when is that, and what can the viewers expect when they attend this event?
So it's Monday, October 15th. It'll be held at the Blue Mountain Conference Center. Please come find out about the candidates. We've got many races that are going on countywide. This is not a debate. It is simply to find out more information about your candidates to help you make an informed decision when you vote.
Very, very important. Okay, so what happens in our county sometimes is we're a larger county, hard to communicate, hard to understand and know what's actually going on with our candidates. Every city in our county has some race, whether it's a mayoral race, city council race, and then we also have the judge race,
Yes.
the circuit court judge.
We sure do.
Lots going on. And we're going to actually talk about, at the night of the forum, give you the reasons and the examples and definitions of what these job descriptions are. And many don't know this, but lots of them are volunteer positions. So be sure, it's going to start, we think, about 5:30.
Yes.
Now, if you can't make the forum, but you want to know what's going on, we are going to
Live stream.
Thank you, Will, behind the camera there. Hey, Will. Who's going to be live streaming this for us, and Brick Clap Media Services. So you can tune in,
Yes.
watch it live, see who you believe your candidate will be, and then make an informed decision. All right. Anything else you want to talk about that?
I think that's it.
Okay. It's
Covers
free.
it.
It's free.
Yes,
It's
it is free.
There will be food. There's going to be food. Wait a minute. Food.
Snackies.
Snacks. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to be a well-lit, warm, inviting environment. So it should be fun.
Yes.
All right, should we talk about the guy next to me?
I think we
This
should.
guy right here?
I think so.
This is the guy right here.
That's the guy.
This is,
There he is.
I cannot believe we got this guy on camera. All right, this is Chris Jennings. He's the man, the visionary, the legend behind HQ. And so also we have to really say and give credit where credit's due. Chris Jennings is the mastermind behind the film festival. This is the Eastern Oregon Film Festival is on the map. It is turned into something bigger, more than I think anyone ever thought. And Chris, I just want to say on behalf of Union County, thank you. Thanks for all your heart, your hard work, and your energy and your vision for putting this together. We got the t-shirt, we got the posters, we got a banner across the street over here on Depot and Adams. So a couple things we want to ask you. First of all, when is it?
October 18th through 20th, so 15 days out, pretty much, right?
Holy smoke, are you
So,
ready?
Yeah, no. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I mean, every year, what's great about this festival is it really is like a community project. So we get volunteers that, you know, are new students from EOU. We have the MAT program volunteering, so we always get to engage with new people. And every year it's kind of a build on what we did the year before. So because it is very much volunteer driven, there's not a lot, there's no real paid positions. There's some stipends and some help for people who bust hump. But other than that, this year itself, like, brought together a bunch of new people, and after last year's big hurdle of getting the space together and all of that, we really had things dialed in. So we were able to get program out faster than we've ever done. We had a massively successful call for entries this year. We had over 100 films submitted that were all over the place. I think it's like 70% of them were program of our submitted. Let me put this right. So in the past, we've been heavily curatorial. So we've reached out to filmmakers. We've built a program based on quality content that we knew we could, you know, be accessible. So it pretty much made a good festival. Like, you knew you were getting good content. You weren't going to have to, you know, risk it. But this year we were overwhelmed with amazing films given to us instead of us reaching out to them. So I think out of the program this year, 70% of those are submitted directly to us. We've never connected with those people before. A lot of those filmmakers are going to be here, be Skyping with us online, or be present at the events. We have more artists coming than ever this year. We have incredible music lineup from just all over the place. So I'm really excited about it.
We are too. And okay, so this is important. More films, more famous people. Some guy named Bruce, we heard. And we don't want to give this away, so we won't spill the beans. I almost did. But should we? No. Teaser. A guy
Just
named
go to the
Bruce.
website. Go to the website.
website.
Learn about it.
More films, more things to do, more people, more adventures, lots of excitement. And if you saw the trailer, which we just took a look at here a second ago and saw it at the Grande,
Nice.
awesome. Absolutely fantastic trailer. Anything else we need to know? No, wait. How many people from out of town do you think will be here? What's the percentage of that? Because this is a big deal. This is a draw to our area.
We see, I mean, not only do we bring the artists, I mean, them plus the industry people we bring to Grande, you know, and the musicians themselves. I mean, that's 40 to 50 people right there that are here to experience Grande for the first time. They get to see like the cultural vibrancy of our, you know, of our downtown, and they really leave loving it. So there's that piece. But then there's the people who just want to come to a festival too, right?
And have fun.
And enjoy and maybe see Bruce or whatever. So
Bruce,
we've
it's
seen
Bruce and drink beer.
Yeah.
Have a beer with Bruce. That's what we got to do.
mimosas.
Mimosas.
Yeah, Saturday morning, 9:30. That's how it'll work. However, yeah, I mean, we've seen people, you know, more people from Portland, Boise, Tri-Cities, Seattle, Ashland, Bend, all over, grabbing their tickets online. And, you know, I think we are becoming kind of a new destination.
Yes.
We're about 5-6 years behind Bend Film, which, you know, grew up really quickly. It was an amazing film festival in Oregon. They're actually the week before us. So, you know, we share some of that content sometimes. You know, we share that audience sometimes. We go to them, they come to us. Oregon has a very vibrant film industry right now. The other side has, I don't know, probably like 300 film festivals, right? Our little niche ones, micro festivals throughout. And Eastern Oregon really doesn't have much. Eltrium and Baker and their We Like 'em Short Festival came up around the same time with us. And it's great because we have this kind of nurturing, novice auteur festival happening over there, and then it gets to carry into this kind of more regional centric kind of next tier level festival for artists. And I think we're really bringing a mixed group of people here, not only artists, not only just tourism, but in the industry. And so if we can leverage industry, I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar industry on that's out of state, right?
And you're bringing
so
it here.
let's
And
figure out a
see-
way to start
bring
those
it here.
connections here and build some
Right.
infrastructure to support it.
Absolutely. So this is exciting to we who live here too, because when you see and feel and experience what you and your team, and I know you've got a lot of volunteers, have put together, it's very exciting, and it brings a lot of hope and a lot of energy into the downtown corridor. And so for that, thank you. All right, I think we're almost out of time.
I think we are.
We want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank our friend Chris. Chris Jennings is a superstar.
No, thank you all. Thank you
Superstar.
all.
And
Thank
so,
you.
again, thanks for tuning in. Have a good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see ya.
And here's your EOU Sports in Around the Mountain with Yasmin and Ian.
Hello and welcome back to Around the Mountain. This week we cover some long winning streaks for EOU teams and get a chance to interview cross-country runners Lane Inwards and Katie Jo Gebhardt. And then we'll play a game of Bean Boozled with the duo. Now it's time to take a trip around the mountain.
EOU Volleyball extended their winning streak to 9 straight games over the weekend. The Mountaineers took down number 12 College of Idaho in 4 sets on Thursday night and swept Walla Walla University on Saturday evening. They now move into 2nd place in conference standings.
Men's cross country finished 2nd place at the prestigious Willamette Invitational, led by our guest Lane Inwards, who set a PR with a time of 25 minutes, 22.4 seconds. Inwards was also named the CCC Runner of the Week for his efforts. On the women's side, freshman Michelle Herbst took 15th to lead the team to a 4th place finish. Both teams will next compete on October 13th at the Lewis Clark State Invitational.
The women's soccer team also had a successful weekend with back-to-back shutouts against College of Idaho and Rocky Mountain College. Junior defender Josie Bassett was a Defensive Player of the Week, helping limit their opponents to only 1 shot on goal across the weekend. What a beast.
Men's soccer battled in 2 home games but came up with just a tie in a 0-0 double overtime game versus the College of Idaho. The team then fell 2-0 to number 14 Rocky Mountain despite outshooting the Bears 13-11. Both soccer teams are on the road this weekend at Northwest and Evergreen.
Football returns to the field this weekend, traveling to Montana State Northern. In the recent NAIA Coaches Top 25 poll, EOU is now receiving votes.
Now, please welcome EOU cross-country runners Lane Inwards and Katie Jo Gebhardt.
I think for the guys team, it was really exciting because we had a full team this week where we didn't the week before, and we just kind of got to truly see where we're at, and I think we were really happy with it to kind of keep going on. We're a team that traditionally shows up better later in the year than we do early, so to do this good now is pretty cool.
For the girls' side, I thought it was super exciting. All the personal bests that everyone was getting, and even people that didn't quite get there, they were like really close to like the best they'd ever done. So that was super exciting to see how everyone was thrilled with their personal races, and then as a team to come in at such a good place at such a bigger meet. Whereas like the first couple meets we were just getting races under our feet. That was super exciting. We have a super fun group of freshmen. Like I know some people have come in kind of as like a lone freshman, and I know they've really been like added to the team, but to come in with such a group of freshmen is really fun because we're like building together, and so we're kind of all on the same level and like finding out our strengths and weaknesses at the same point, and then we're just really able to look up to those couple upperclassmen to kind of like the experiences they've had.
Yeah, it's fun. It was exciting. We only lost, one real person who graduated, which was exciting to just keep on going, kind of like where Katie started off. I came in a big freshman class, so we've just been growing with each other and seeing to everyone do better and get to where we're at off how bad we were freshman year is pretty cool. That was a team Ben had back, I don't remember how long ago, but before I was here, and they were doing, this is a story we've just heard a couple times, but they were doing a really hard workout, and Ben told them that they had to be tough enough to eat rocks and sand, and like for the next meet, their guys team came up to him and was like, "Hey coach, I've got a new cheer for you," and it just kind of stuck.
Lane and Katie will now play a game of Bean Boozled. Are you ready to be
Bean Boozled?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Oh boy. Oh, thank goodness gracious.
No.
Peach is good.
Okay.
Ready?
No. Oh, I don't want to do this again. We're golden. We're golden. We're good. We're good.
I don't know. I keep doing paper. God, it's so bad. Knew it.
Okay. Okay. Oh no.
I hate myself. Yep. Kind of salty.
No.
Which one's worse?
Spoiled milk.
Oh no.
In today's episode, Yasmin and I are gonna play a round of Bean Boozled ourselves. I've got a white one here that is coconut or spoiled milk.
And I have either canned dog food or chocolate pudding. Cheers.
Oh, that's so gross.
I can't tell, but I think it's bad.
That's a wrap for our episode of Round Mountain. Oh my god. If you want to share your PRX guests on the show, be sure to comment. Oh, this hurts in my teeth. On any of our social media platforms. Thanks and see you next week.
That's a wrap.
And that's it, LeGrand Alive. This has been your weekly Newsish Roundup. We've gone through some great stories. Got some really, really good information today. We appreciate you tuning in. I'm Will Bowman, and
I'm John Rubin.
And this is your weekly Newsish Roundup. One more big shout out to our really, really cool sponsors. Be sure to like and share the video and tune into LeGrand Alive for more local content.